From a director who's still not sold on the talkies comes a sequel so beloved, fans took one look at the merch and tried to put their in it.
How sensual.
Easy going in, tricky coming out. Trust me. Dune, Part 2. Return to Arrakis, where the natives have adapted to global warming. And catch up with space gentrifier Paul Atreides. Watch him grow from microdosing that spice to rip and dab straight from the chalice as he survives the harsh desert armed only with his wits, a prophecy about his arrival, a magic wizard mom, the galaxy's best hype man, precognition, plot armor, and a trust fund full of nukes.
The 92 original Atreides family's atomic warheads.
Follow along on his only real challenge, seducing an it girl and charming her Mideastern adjacent family because art imitates life. And thrill as Paul wins over all of Fremen society by saying, yeah, what you said, for 2 hours.
I prefer Chani.
I prefer Chani too.
Nothing fancy.
Nothing fancy.
I will strike even farther north.
Then I will go further north.
She's
right! It's no miracle.
Then, once he's earned their trust, flips out at them till he sign up or he'll gaib you something to cry about. Yeah, that's right. Now go out and shake some worm for Daddy. Papa likes his spice fresh. Remember Chani, Paul's literal dream girl? She's gone from staring off into the distance like a perfume commercial to staring at Paul like, are you serious with this While it dawns on her that her tribe doesn't just like her boyfriend, they like her boyfriend. Falling for the Fremen prophecy of, and the American prophecy of, there's a sucker born every minute. They're like dusty vampires.
That's a lot of water.
Chani.
Experience Paul and Chani's epic romance as the backdrop to a high-stakes game of civilization, in that each faction has its own leaders and abilities, and it takes forever to finish. Like the Bene Gesserit, playing their own little game of crones, led by Lady Jessica, who drinks the sacred blue Gatorade that traps 100 cranky grandmas in your brain. Clink! Not while you're pregnant. That's how you make a boss baby. The Harkonnens, a pack of shaved nuts with the galaxy's highest rate of employee turnover. Featuring a Baron who's smart enough to rule Arrakis from the safety of reverse Barbie Land. A failed nephew with one emotion: pissed.
Today, Muad'Dib dies! Kill them all! Why do I have to do everything myself?
And a scion who gives Orange County's Austin Butler a chance to finally ditch his Elvis accent.
How did you get past the guards?
Oh, thank you, Baron. Thank you very much. Now come over here and give me a little kiss. Now another one. That's nasty. Like a really old peanut butter and banana sandwich, man.
Then there's the Spacing Guild, who's not in this one. Hello, Denis. Are you really gonna let the miniseries beat you on this?
The Guild does not take your orders.
And a perfectly cast Imperial family, featuring Florence Pugh as a girl Timmy proposes to, as is tradition.
No.
Yes.
No. Glory.
And Christopher Walken as himself.
Baron, have you ever investigated the south regions of Arrakis?
What? You thought I was a weird choice to play the Emperor? Come on, I've been preparing since 2001.
Settle in for an audio-visual experience that will delight the senses. And if you see it in 4DX, rock your butthole. From the worm riding sequence that's so immersive, you won't stop to wonder, how do they get off that thing? The graceful floating suit tech that looks super fun to try. The mysterious face tattoos of inscrutable design.
Make reasonable choices.
The sequence on Gady Prime that hits right when your edible peaks. And anytime something really cool happens, Hans Zimmer plays that sweet ah sound. Come on, that's like a cheat code to make any moment feel epic. Watch. So rest easy, knowing we've willed even more Dune movies into existence that will get more and more explicit about not trusting quirked up white boys with the sauce, because us book lovers know how the golden path unfolds. Dune Part 1 laid the groundwork. Dune 2 paid it off. Dune 3 will probably be kind of boring without some big changes. But Dune 4 and up? Oh boy, that is when things are gonna get really crazy. Trust me.
You said that 3 Dunes ago.
Starring Wadip Controller 360, Jihadmi at Hello, Post Melange, Step 3, Prophet, a poet and he knows it, The Old Guard,
A little less condensation, a little Harkonnen.
Drax if he never joined the Guardians,
I got a fever, and the only prescription is more spice melange.
The Princess Bride, Crimes of the Distant Future, that mini-boss orc from The Hobbit,
Filthy water. It's full of chemicals, but good enough for cooling systems.
Dasani, the reason you got a bidet,
For my Duke.
when you leave the suburbs for the first time,
There's spice in the food.
and when you don't know what your cousin is talking about, but play along to look cool.
May thy knife chip and shatter.
May thy knife chip and shatter.
Dune.
Ant-Man with human hands from Part 1 is out. This year's hottest look is Hornhead Hookman from Part 2.
How much debt could a Deadpool pool if a Deadpool could Deadpool? AI ain't got nothing on these pipes. Whatever the most iconic line is from the movie/show you make a trailer for next week. May thy knife chip and shatter.